Hey Dreamers, this is Jade and I'm finally here to do my either second quarter update or mid-year journal update. I know that August is almost over and I'm ridiculously late, but whatever. Let's go ahead and get through these journals. Um, I will say that these are just the journals that I have found myself working in this quarter, or I have ideas for them that I'm probably going to execute pretty soon. So let's go ahead and jump right in. This is my manifestation journal. I do have a video where I just like set up the cover and the inside cover here. And I was waiting until I had my whole Ed Sheeran experience to start in this journal, which I have back in June, late June. So I can go ahead and I already started printing out some things that I want to put in here. So besides the Ed Sheeran experience that I manifested, I also want to put in like when I manifested going to see, or Life Jennings coming to my college town. 50 Cent also came, like my car, some other things. And then I'll probably make lists of small stuff, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I do want to have a notebook solely dedicated to keeping track of my manifestations. So that's what this is for. And as I said, I have some ideas for them for it already. So I just need to sit down and get that done. And I don't know if I said this already, but I don't really have these in any particular order except for I kind of lined them up by size, so smallest to biggest or whatever, or closer in size, whatever. Anyway, this is just kind of like a brain dump. So I just go in here and like if I need a grocery list or I need to remember something or whatever, it goes in here. Lately, I've also been writing down like shows that I want to watch, and I've gone back and realized that, oh, good, I actually got through all of these things. So I think it just helps me getting the stuff out of my head and onto paper. So yeah, that's what I use this for. So basically, like I said, brain dump. And then, of course, you all are familiar with my mini bullet journal. We are currently in August, and this will be the last month I will be able to fit in this. I already, my bad, have another one lined up to work in. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking about for this. I like this. This is still working for me. I am also I have said many times before, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of person. So I want to continue this in this type of size notebook. However, I'm only able to fit, let's see, how many months? April, that's one. Let's see, through August, April, May, June, July, August. So about 5 months in here, or whatever. I think after this year, once I fill this one up, that I want to find something, or if I can figure out how to create my own journal. I don't know. I don't know. But I want to find something that has enough pages to either carry at least 6 months or the entire year of this mini bullet journal. So I'm not having to buy one of these every few months because they are getting more and more expensive, and who wants to do that every few months? But so yeah, I'm still, of course, working in this. As you can see, I'm on today, Saturday. So, well, today is the 19th. I have no idea when this is going to go up. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about for this as far as pivoting. And if I don't find anything that I'm looking for, the one idea that I do have, if I can't find like exactly what I'm looking for, I shouldn't say exactly online, is just to buy an A6 Stalogy and cut it down to the size of one of those Leuchtturms and see how long that lasts me. But anyway, moving on. My daily journal. You all are familiar with this. And until I can finish using this, my old daily journal, to complete my creative journal, I keep both of these in here. So this is the old one, and I'm just marking my place of where I need to creative journal next. And this is the new one I'm in. I haven't been in this. When I say daily journal, I just really journal when I feel like something kind of significant or something has happened and I should keep a note of it. I really need to get back into just journaling daily for the sake of it. So yeah, I haven't been doing very well in this year, but hopefully I can get back on track. We'll see how that works out the next time I do an update. But I do still do the same thing. I make sure I get my watercolor. Can I talk? Jesus Christ. I make sure I get some pages watercolored for like background, so it's not just stark when I come in here to write anything. I do a lot of illustrations, some lettering. Sometimes now, which I hadn't been doing a lot before, I just print out pictures on my clear matte sticker paper and stick it in there. So that's like one, and that is like when I went to see Ed. And so yeah, I'll do that as well. So that's what that is looking like so far. Hopefully I can get back into it a little better than I have been. Next is my one line a day journal, and for the most part I have been keeping up with this. I don't think I've missed a day. I will go in here every now and again and just write like the one thing that I was doing or the one focal point of the day. But for the most part, especially for year 2, year 1 was like mostly filled out, but some parts were not because of illness, not feeling good or whatever. So as you can see, year 2 seems to be a little better. But this is what I was talking about as far as the focal point. So like this would be a focal point for me. But this was last year. But I'll do that every now and again this year. But for the most part, I will just go in and write out. And every now and again, I will print, see, I will print a sticker or something to go with it. I can't find one right now to show you, but I just size it down and stick it with whatever the thing was. Anyway, I'm rambling now. So yeah, so far keeping up with this. As I said, it is a lot of double journaling as between this one, my 5-year journal, and sometimes my daily journal or whatever. However, so far I don't mind. So if it gets to the point where I mind, then I'll probably put this aside and just continue with my 5-year journal. But so far, so good. And then this is not my commonplace book. That is in a folder. I actually have not worked in that this quarter, so I'm not bringing that out. However, before I had shared with you all that I wanted to keep a lettering journal or whatever, with just little sayings here and there. And I started this one and promptly let it go because I didn't like the way that my, I didn't like the way that my brush pens felt in this paper. It felt like they were dragging and kind of getting ruined. So I had to scrap that idea, at least for this notebook. And I haven't picked it back up yet. However, I have repurposed this, and I can't show you because it's private. But I've repurposed this for I'll have a scene or writing, basically writing. I'll have a scene or dialogue kind of like just running through my head for a scene, and it'll stick there, and before it disappears, I want to write it down. And it's for when I haven't completely fleshed out the idea or expanded on it, but I just want to get that down so I don't lose it, and then I can go back and actually write the entire scene and expand on it and build it out later. So that's what this is for those type of ideas, that quick dialogue that comes to me, quick scenes that come to me or whatever that I don't want to lose. So I will put it in here. And I'm glad that I found another use for that because I did not want to feel like I was wasting it. Anyway, continuing on, this is my dream journal where I keep an account of my dreams. Currently, I am using a Sequins. I don't like it. I don't like the Sequins, okay? I've said this before. And I am quite anxious to get out of this notebook, so I'm hoping to fill this up And we'll see if I can do it by the end of the year so I can move on to something else. I'll probably end up using like a Stalogy since I really do like Stalogy paper. And I actually have a couple dream journals from Magic of Eye that I need to fill out, or just journals that are the same size of their dream journals. So yeah, I may use those up first and then start using Astrology, but I will not be repurchasing another Sequins. It's just not for me. So, and the cover for this is the Fairweather. Yeah, Fairweather. I also am not the biggest fan of this cover. So, yeah, I may need to change it out eventually, but it's not my favorite. And then my morning pages journal. I love this journal and I have been consistent with it. I don't think I've missed a day. And even if I can't complete them in the morning, I will go back at night and get them done. So, no. I can't say that I haven't. I missed one day, and that was back in February when I had this whole thing and had to go to the ER and was there for a few hours. So, yeah. Yeah, because I went as soon as I woke up pretty much. So, yeah. My bad, I had to cut some out. But yeah, I missed that one day. But so far, since then, I have not missed a day, which I'm very proud of myself for. And so, as most of you, I think, are familiar with, I will go in and just decorate some pages and prep them with sticker flowers. Usually it's just flowers. I'm considering trying to find some butterflies, but a lot of these are like printables that I get from downloading from Etsy and other stores like that. And I like them, and then I love to put them on clear matte sticker paper because it keeps the pages mostly flat, so I'm not feeling like I'm writing over humps and bumps and stuff like that. And so yeah, I'll go in here, decorate a few pages for a few days, and have that ready for me to go in the morning when I'm ready to write my morning pages. And that is pretty much it. So as you can see, this is going to be my third full Stalogy, I think. And I'm almost done, and I already have one waiting for me to start again. So I do believe I'll probably finish this by the end of this year and need to start a new one. But I'm excited about that I have been able to keep that going, and I've been doing really well with that. And then, of course, my creative journal. I have been completely slacking in this area. I do have something prepped for my next, like I have the pictures and stuff that I need for my next, what do you call this, layout. And I finally made it to December of last year. I know it's probably like December is around the corner now for this year. And I've done the flip through for November, so that is completed. And I just need to get on the ball again. See, just like in my daily journal, I feel like I've been really slacking in this one. And I don't know why I got to December and felt like I hit a hump. However, I need to get my motivation back, or just screw motivation and just get it done and call it that. So yeah, still working in this. Hopefully I will have a new layout coming soon. I just have to get to it. But yeah, so that's what's going on in my creative journal. And then, loving this is my 5-year journal from Hobonichi. I did get a personalized cover. This is the Drummond leather by Chic Sparrow, and they have it now where you can make your own customized. Well, they only offer the Darcy leathers. I think that's the name of the line. So like Darcy, Drummond, Emma, and there's a couple other ones. Anyway, but I ended up with the Drummond. I will say it's a little different than what they have pictured on the site. I thought it was more distressed, but maybe that's how it gets after you use it for a little while. I don't know. Anyway, I did make a customized journal, and I love the way it fits. Like, love the way it fits. It's freaking perfect. That I am really considering getting some other colors here, and I hope eventually they open up their customized line for like more leathers, because I would love to get some customized things in the Cody leather and some of the other ones. So yeah, but anyway, 5-year journal, as I said, I have been keeping up with it. Again, I will do like, sometimes I got this from James Burke, where he will take pictures or whatever and just make a collage of them, and that will be the representation of whatever was going on for that day. So like this day, August 5th, my cousin got married, and so I just took all of the pictures, not all of them, but a lot of the pictures, and made like a little collage of everything that was going on there. So yeah, that's fun. And then again, sometimes I'll just put this. So like it was a miserable trip for me, like going up there. The wedding was fantastic. I absolutely love that part, but I was just, ugh. Yeah, I was ready to get home, so I was glad to be home. But like stuff like that. So yeah, and just keeping up with it. Like I said, I don't think I've missed a day. If I don't feel like writing in it, I will either save it for the next day and fill it in, or I will, as I said, do like one of those big things that will fill up the space and keep it moving. And then I like to put some pictures and stuff like that in it every now and again as well. So, moving on, I freaking love this little journal. It is so cute. And it's like, I throw whatever in here. It doesn't even matter. So this is a personalized size journal from Sunshine Sticker Co. Unfortunately, they have gone out of business. I did get some more journals from them before they went out of business. Maybe I need to do an updated blank journal video. But yeah. So, and whatever goes in this. And this is just how I decorated the thing. And so I have a process video for this. All of these, I think. This, I love Ed Sheeran's Eyes Closed. That was the first single that he dropped off of the Subtract album. And I actually want to do a complete spread in here for the Subtract album and not just like a particular song, although there are other songs I want to focus on as well. But anyway, so yeah, and then I started thinking about revenge stories that I love so much. I can't even remember what it was at the time that sparked that thinking in me. And so I just wanted to make a note, probably because I ended up watching The Glory. Because I had, of course, seen Sleepers and read The Count of Monte Cristo years ago. Sleepers I've seen probably since I was a teenager, maybe even younger, I don't know. But I wanted to make a note of all of like my favorite revenge stories, and I got one from each genre. So like a movie, Sleepers is just perfection. Okay, apparently it's also based on a book, and they say that it's based on a true story by Lorenzo Carcaterra. However, it says that New York doesn't have any record of any of this happening. Yada yada yada. So take that as you will. And then The Count of Monte Cristo I read years ago. And it was just, I just like perfection. Okay. I have read Alexander Dumas before. I read The Three Musketeers and I absolutely loved it. So I was like, okay, let me read this one finally. And this is probably in my top 5 books of all time. It's so good. It's so good. The revenge and the way the revenge came down, and it took planning and years, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was beautiful. And then The Glory, the same thing. Just so good. And this is a K-drama, so yeah. And it's on Netflix if anybody's interested. And then, of course, I wanted to get down my receiptifies for the last few months. I have been saving them, and I just hadn't done anything with them. I've been meaning to put them in my journals and stuff, and finally I decided to put them in this one, and I just freaking love the way that this come out. It's so colorful and bright, and it's giving spring for me as far as the colors, since they are like those soft pastels. But anyway, and so these were my receiptifies for April and May, and then June and July. And this swirl is totally inspired by Candace Ann Creates. I just love her work. And so yeah, again, the receiptifies, and then I have to do my one for August as well. So yeah, and then like I said, I'll be putting other stuff in here. I have ideas, I just haven't gotten to them. So like I said, I want to do the Subtract album. I probably want to focus on that song Dusty, because that's one of my favorites from the Subtract album. Again, my August receiptify and other things. I just need to, honestly, I need to start writing down the ideas, because they come to me and then they leave and then it's done. So yeah, loving this little journal. so far, and I can't wait to get back into it. Just, I love the size, everything. And then my weeks. Now I will let you all know what I have decided as far as the weeks. I love this cover. So what I was doing is, can I get it? Let me get it in frame here. What I was doing was, at first I was decorating, like, what do you call these? The monthlies. And then I think by April, and then I went back in May, but I think I was over it because I never use these. I usually, because I create my own calendar in my mini bullet journal, so I have no use for these here. And so what I was doing was, I was using this as a gratitude journal, which I like to have one space to do my gratitude here. You know what I'm saying? Each day. And then I would fill this up as a collage with something that happened during the weeks for each day. So like I was watching Shantaram, and I finished it, I think. And then the winter solstice, and then Ed Sheeran did a live on TikTok, and anything like that, stuff like that. So I would fill these up. The nephew's birthday, I finished Alice in Borderland, and then like do a collage. Went to see Wakanda Forever. I had my first lucid dream. I need to get back to that book. And then yada yada yada. So this is basically what I've been using this for. Okay, I need to do a flip through so I can show you. However, by now I think I'm pretty much over this. As you can see, I'm not really, I'm doing my gratitude, but my collage is not getting filled in. That one I did fill in, but then over here, this is when I was gone, so I didn't fill in my gratitude. And then like I'll start the collage. As I said, it's just not getting filled in, and I'm not as enthusiastic about it as I was when I first started. And so I have decided, and then I got this wrong, new moon in Aquarius. It's actually a new moon in Leo, and I don't even know if I spell that right. It doesn't look right in my eyes, but anyway, I want to continue this. However, I don't think it doesn't make sense for me to buy another week's. It costs way too much for me to start stalling out for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to buy another week's to do this in. So I have decided that if I'm going to continue this, I'll probably just continue it in one of my blank journals and just make up the lines myself and do all of that kind of stuff. So we'll see if I even decide to continue with it. I loved it for as long as I've used it, and I'm still putting my gratitude in there. It's just I am really sucking right now at completing the collage on the other page. So yeah, I don't want to spend the money for another week's when I don't have anything that I know for sure that I'm going to use it for. And then also, I had intentions on filling out the back pages, the notes pages, whatever. And this is the only thing I've done in here. And then I started like making some knit lists for like this party I was planning earlier in the year. And that's it. And I was going to use this for the same purpose that I started using the little pink notebook that I was just talking to you about. For just kind of anything that comes to my mind that I want to do right now that I don't want to wait to put into my creative journal, which I'm like ridiculously behind in. But I just didn't use that for that. I just decided I wanted to use a different notebook. So yeah, I just feel like it's going to waste, and so I don't want to do that. And here is my book journal. I've been doing a pretty good job of keeping up with this. There was a time where I was reading books and I was like getting some of the information in, but not everything in, and I didn't have the pictures, and I didn't do my brief thoughts or whatever, so I did a big catch up on all of that. I need to actually catch up on 2 books now, because I did finish this one, but as you can see, I need to get the picture in, and my thoughts, and the rating, and all of that. Oh, and I need to rate this over here. And then there is another book that I need to fill in all of this that I have completed and get the picture and all of that. I actually have the picture printed. I just need to put it in here. But this picture I need to print. And what I have transitioned to, because I started out in this book using my Canon Ivy to print the pictures, but I figured that I didn't want to waste printer paper or picture paper. And I would save that for actual pictures. And I have this gloss matte sticker paper from Online Labels, and it is lovely, and it gets the colors well. So like these printed out on this sticker paper, the color looks so much better than the color was given me from my Canon Ivy. And I mean, that's just facts or whatever. So I'm glad that I transitioned to doing it on there. And I can print out like 9 covers, 9 or like 8 to 9 covers at once. So yeah, I try to get a queue going of what I think I'm going to read in the next few weeks or whatever, and print all of them out and then get through those. Sometimes ones don't end up on there and I'll have to, print it afterwards or whatever. But that's pretty much how I've been doing it. As I said, I had to do a big catch up not too long ago, so I'll try and link that below if anybody's interested. And yeah, so far, I also like that this keeps a running list of the book titles that you've read and the numbers. So far I have read, counting the one that I've read and haven't gotten any information down in, 36 books, which is not too bad for the amount of books that I've been able to get through each month or whatever. So yeah, not unpleased, not like the best, but not displeased. I should say unpleased, not displeased with the amount that I've read so far. So yeah, that is my reading journal. So, and lastly, this is my travel journal. I got this from Archer and Olive, and I specifically chose this notebook. It's the travel size because I wanted a notebook that wasn't like too big. However, that was long enough and wide enough to fit my what do you call them? The ticket stubs, like my airline boarding passes. There you go, boom, comfortably. So I picked this, and I love that hedgehog on the front. And so, of course, there are videos of me decorating this. And, of course, my first trip here was me recounting my trip to go see Ed with my little sister. Loved it. And I am currently now working on pages for the wedding that I recently went to on August 5th. So, I will have process videos and that up hopefully within a week or two. And yeah, so I just wanted to get this in. I'm loving it so far, and it's perfect. I love the size, and I love that it fits my boarding passes. So yeah. And as I said, I've already started recounting the trip for Trey's wedding. I just need to, I have 2 pages done, or 2 spreads done, I should say. I just need to get the pictures and all of that kind of stuff in, which it's taken me a while because the first batch of pictures, the quality was crap, so I had to get them reprinted somewhere else and yada yada yada. So yeah, anyway, just look out for that. That's coming soon. And that ends this update as far as what I have made use of in the last quarter, or I have the ideas for and should be executing soon. Now, things that I want to get back into as far as my journaling is my commonplace book. Of course, I have the ideas for that too, and I just have not sat down to do them or get them prepped. Definitely want to get back in my TV and movie journal because I did go see The Little Mermaid live, so I want to get that recorded. And there's just been so much good TV despite the strikes that's going on. And I hope that they are able to get that resolved to their liking, the actors and everybody else. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I really hope that they are able to come to an agreement that works for everybody. Especially the people who put in the work. I mean, come on now. So yeah, and then of course, my other journals and stuff I want to get into, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see if any of these are changing or I'm adding to at the end of the year. So yeah, that wraps this up. I trust that everyone has been safe and well. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those below. I'll be happy to answer you, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye.